graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Being miserable and treating other people like dirt is every New Yorker's God-given right.
Scanning boss power level. It's over 9,000.
You are that stupid. Ha 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 ha.
Your health is low. Potion used. Prepare to die. 3, 2, 1, go.
You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. Now here's Chris.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
And we have a special guest with us.
Yes, we do.
Announce yourself, guest.
You may announce yourself.
I am Darrell Maddox, and I am living proof that even affirmative action will even work for a podcast.
Yeah.
I made it! I'm in this bitch!
Yeah, so this is, I guess this episode would be Two Strangers, One Black Guy.
Pretty much. Thank you, affirmative action.
No, thank me, Darrell. But anyways.
Fuck you, Paul. You're nobody special.
And so, I asked you this off the air a while back, and where are you from again, Darrell?
I am from Rochester, Birmingham, Alabama. In other words, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm just from the Birmingham division of Rochester.
Oh, okay.
Why you gotta be saying Rochester? Why you gotta be bringing our city into this shit?
Hey, your city just as fucked up as mine. Do I need to talk about that goddamn fight at the movie theater?
No, we're good.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought so.
So we got the dirty representing.
Dirty South.
So we got the, I don't even know what we even call upstate New York. You know what I'm saying? Because at least Manhattan. I grew up in Manhattan, so it's like money making Manhattan, Strong Island, Crooklyn. What the fuck is Rochester?
Well, I was gonna say the shithole, but fucking Buffalo's the shithole, so I can't call Rochester the shithole.
We just gonna call y'all the Rock like in Crack Rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there is a place that they call themselves Rock City, but that's New Rochelle, like ROC Rochelle.
Yeah.
That's New York, New Rock City. And actually, I lived in East Orange, New Jersey, and just next to East Orange, New Jersey is Newark, New Jersey, and Newark calls itself Rock City. But Newark is.
Well, considering what Newark is, man, as far as big city, man, and all the dope and everything and liquor stores that you can have, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I'm telling you, it's a crackhead or recovered alcoholic's nightmare.
Yeah. But I love it how there's a place called the PATH train. And it's basically all the people who live in Jersey get on this one train so they can go across the river into Manhattan. And the immediate area around the PATH train area is beautiful. It's gorgeous. They purposely even moved where the Devils play, the Prudential Arena, right next door to the PATH train, so people wouldn't wander off into the ghetto. But once seriously, you go 5 blocks in any direction, you're in the fucking ghetto. But if you're just staying in the immediate area, like from the PATH train to the more local buses in Jersey, it's a wonderland.
Basically that train is powered by fist pump power, right? So everybody's doing the fist pump out of the train.
Darrell, if we ever go to one of those games, you need to be by my side.
Why I gotta be by your side, man? I ain't about to be your black knight in shining armor.
And let me tell you,
affirmative action. I need a black security guard.
You know what? A bunch of drunk fucking Devils fans getting on the fucking PATH train.
That too.
Devils. Because then I just want to piss them off because apparently I don't really watch sports, but apparently there's a rivalry between the Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers. And let me tell you, if you want to fucking walk around with a big giant target on your back, walk around with a fucking Flyers jersey. Hope you don't fucking get stoned.
Nah, fuck that, man. I'm a goddamn Los Angeles Kings fan. They can kiss my ass.
All right, well, I think we should get into the podcast.
I thought we were already in the podcast.
Exactly.
So, Paul has an interesting story, a current event story.
I hate my life. Shut the fuck up, Darrell. Shut
Fuck
the
you,
fuck up.
bitch.
You're not getting of Nuclear Absolution coming out October 4th in pre-sale. Anyways, Volume 2. Yeah, see how that's plug.
What the fuck did you say to me, bitch?
Nerdcore Absolution, which I'm pretty sure you can find all the links at on geekyinc.com.
Productions.
Oh.
No, it's geekyinc.com, but the name of the company is Geeky Inc. Productions.
Oh, okay. So I'll allow you, go right ahead.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about
plug.
We'll talk about that a little bit later, but so tonight, I'm with my girl.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Apparently her name is Emma Stone, according to Will. Hi, Will. Yeah. Revenge, motherfucker. Revenge, motherfucker. Anyways.
Hey, you don't give a talk about my little white cub like that.
For the people
that, Sky Blue song to you.
ladies, unfortunately, Paul is off the market.
That's right.
And and I could definitely see how people say that she looks like Emma Stone because she does. So,
So you're saying my girl is hot? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not gonna disrespect your girl like that. I mean, but let's put it like this: I think Emma Stone is an attractive, very attractive woman. I liked Easy A. I liked her as Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man. So I'm looking forward to seeing her in the new Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I love how
you know what? Hold on, Chris. Fuck this. Yes, his girlfriend is hot. How the fuck he get with her? I don't know, man. Maybe she was drunk when she said yes.
Go on.
All I'm saying is, if she got any single friends, I mean,
I'll see what she can do, but they're probably all in PA, so I don't know if you want that.
Oh, okay. I lived outside of. I lived out just outside of Philly for a little while. Yeah.
So
okay, so go and give me a cheesesteak then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Pats. The major rivalry is Pats and Geno's, and I'm a Pats man. Fuck Geno's, but go on.
Oh god. So tonight we're in Batavia. For those of you that are in upstate New York, you know where Batavia is because all you motherfuckers go down to Batavia Downs and fucking gamble.
Batavia Downs Casino. Batavia Downs. Get more, much more. Look, and it's nothing against Batavia Downs. I know it's a great casino, but that's a cheesy ass fucking casino. I'm sorry. I don't want to insult anybody, but it's like but it's as close as you're gonna get to anything without leaving the fucking state. But go on. I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult Batavia, but
so basically because my girl lives in Leroy, it's 10-15 minutes from her, so I'm like, all right, I'm not going to drive all the way back to Henrietta just to take her somewhere. So I'm like, all right, we're just going to Batavia. I don't know my way around fucking Batavia, and we're trying to find the Walmart out there because she wanted to get her mom a birthday gift.
Wally World.
So Wally World, yeah.
Wally World. I hate that fucking video.
Put down the drinks, Jarrell. Anyways,
hey bitch, I ain't drinking. I'm sober right now, motherfucker. If I was damn drinking, I would be so fucking mellow right now. Yeah. I'm on fucking edge right now.
Maybe I should refer to a couple Toonami Faithful podcasts, but that's another story. Anyways, so I finally figured out where the Walmart was, and I'm like, okay, so I got to get over into this other lane. I got to get over and turn. So there was 2 lanes. I was in the left-hand lane. The right lane was next to me, and I was obviously I had to turn. So I put signal on. I was at a red light. I put my signal on. It was a good minute before it turned green. And I'm checking to make sure over there, like nobody's going to hit me or anything. So I begin to turn, and this motherfucker out of nowhere on a fucking motorcycle almost hit my car. Mm-hmm. Almost fucking hits my car. Actually touches my car. So all of a sudden he starts yelling at me and my girl, and he's like, you need to get the fuck out of that car and help me fucking move my bike and fucking put it back up. And he's sitting there yelling at my car. He's sitting there yelling at my girl, and I'm about to be like, I was about to get out of the car and strangle this motherfucker. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that in front of my girl. I'm just going to go out and just help this man move his fucking bike. So, I moved it a little bit, and some other woman comes out and says, don't move the car, the cops are coming. Whatever. Okay.
So some fucking crime scene with
whatever.
CSI.
And it's not like the guy wasn't injured, and there wasn't any major damage to his bike.
Yeah.
Besides, he was the one at fault anyways. He would have hit.
He hit you, exactly. It's always the fault of the person who does the hitting.
So now
you could have slammed on your brakes. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying you could be on the highway. I mean, I don't know about other states. New York State, you could be on the highway doing 75. If you slam on the brakes and the guy hits you from behind, it is his fault.
Yeah, the rear end, man. Shit, it's the person that's behind you when they hit you. Yeah,
you have to anticipate the person in front of you being an asshole. But I mean, Batavia, especially at night, is not there's barely people in Batavia during the day. Yeah. So it's not like you're on some crowded street and he came out of nowhere. I mean, he had plenty of time to see you.
Right.
At night, your freaking lights are on. When your headlights are on, your rear lights are on. He hit you. It's his fucking fault.
Right. And so suffice to say, the cop gave me a ticket. Now I gotta figure out, am I gonna plead guilty or not guilty or what the fuck I'm gonna do? But like this dude is sitting there talking oh, he might have damaged this over here, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, motherfucker, you tried to get me to move your fucking bike. You probably damaged it when we started moving your bike, dumbass. Mm-hmm. So it was just one of those nights where I was just like, what the fuck? I mean, I guess I was due for some bad luck at some point, but like, because this whole year, Darrell, I'll tell you, has been a good year for us. But like, tonight was just like,
Yeah.
And I tell you right now, if he would have kept yelling at my girl and nobody had come up, I swear to God, I would be in jail tonight. I swear to fucking God, I would be in jail tonight because nobody talks to my woman like that.
I would have been getting a phone call. You have a collect call from Monroe County Jail.
Yeah, Chris,
I'd accept the charges.
I can't do the podcast tonight.
Well, we recorded right now.
We can record it from jail, live from the Monroe County Jail.
Paul needs Vaseline and cookies.
Oh. Then it would be the Chris and Darrell show. Oh, that would.
No, that's you, buddy.
That would be terrible. Ew.
See, they have, black people say turned up. Paul says bend over.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. So how many times have you been cornhole lately, Paul?
No. But anyways, so
I toss the salad. I like salad.
With grape jelly.
Oh God. I'm just like, it was just one of those nights where it was good, and then all of a sudden it just went boom. I'm just like, fuck.
And recently, because with that, there was a story that, and to be honest with you, I don't know how new or old it is, but it's a story that my friend posted.
It either happened yesterday or today, I think.
Yeah. So apparently, what this is, it happened in New York City on the Henry Hudson Parkway, which is basically the West Side Highway. It's the upper west part of Manhattan. Where these guys, when I say a biker gang, of course, everyone automatically thinks of like a Sons of Anarchy. These were the guys on the import bikes. You know what I'm saying? If you want to use the more, the Jap bikes, the rice burners, the crotch rockets, whatever you want to call it. Well, there's easily 150, 200 of these guys going. And they're driving and they can be assholes. Let's be fucking real here. So what happens is one guy, they swerve in front of a van. The van, kind of like panics, for the lack of a better term. And it's not even, honestly, I know I just said that it's the person's fault, but this guy kind of swerved in front of him. The van taps the back tire. Now, it's one of those things where, and of course, I don't want to mention the ethnicity of the driver of the van, but let's just say it's from a place that people genuinely aren't known stereotypically to be good drivers. But he taps the back wheel of the Jap bike. And so the guys get pissed off and they all start to slow down their motorcycles and basically making the van come to a stop. Now understand that this guy, obviously, your adrenaline's already pumping because obviously I'm pretty sure he didn't intend to hit the guy because this guy swerved out of nowhere right in front of the van. What was I going to say? So all the guys slow down, making the van stop. The guy, in a moment of panic, just fucking floors it. Drives over the bike. I believe, I didn't know this part, but you said that guy's in a coma. I mean, I know he's jacked up because I've seen pictures of him in the hospital with the neck brace and stuff like that. He runs over the bike, and then like this video, it is a really thrilling. I mean, a straight up, real life Grand Theft Auto, where you see like 150 motorcycles behind this one van going up the Henry Hudson. Now, this being said, if this video was just the other day, it's a beautiful day in New York City. Where the fuck is all the traffic? Because you trust me, when there's a warm, sunny day in Manhattan, you're not going anywhere. You're moving you're moving a mile a minute if you're lucky. I mean, not even not a mile a minute.
No, that guy did run into traffic eventually in New York City.
Well, he eventually, but you have to understand that this guy was going up the Henry Hudson Parkway. You know what I'm saying? Like there's traffic on the Henry Hudson Parkway at 3:00 in the fucking morning. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I think the reason there wasn't a lot of traffic because all the motorcycles behind him were keeping the other cars from coming. But like, I'm watching this video and forget about the fact that I'm about to watch a guy get beat down by 150 guys. I was just more surprised that where the fucking traffic. I wish there was traffic. If it was that clear, I would have moved back to New York City a long fucking time ago. But,
well, here's the thing too. Like I've been hearing about this all day, along with the other thing we'll probably talk about. But these dumb fucks on these bikes decide, we're going to go and smash in the window and start beating the driver's ass when there's a kid and his wife in the car.
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with you people?
Like
Like,
they start smashing the windows, and it's like, now I could understand in a weird way. I mean, I could understand you beefing with the driver, but the passengers had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? Like the
I
driver.
don't know if they touched. I don't know if they touched the wife or the kid, but if they even like, I mean, they're smashing in windows with the kid and the wife there. They're probably scared shitless.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like they all should. Like they should have just went in and just been like, all right, RICO Act, take them all.
I mean, you know, I'm just saying is that, you know, in a weird way, I can understand pulling the driver out and kicking his ass, but you know, smashing the car, it was just that was not necessary. But I guess, you know, mob mentality.
See, you know, I really hate motorcyclists, man. Seriously, they're like the biggest assholes. Even down here in Birmingham, man. Like, we have a lot of kids on Kawasaki's and Ninjas and stuff, man. And literally, what they do is, like, if it's a nice sunny day, and you either on your way to work or on your way home, they will cut in front of you in a heartbeat. And I literally hate driving alongside them. I mean, seriously, you have so many bike clubs down there. I was like, you a motherfucker. Like, seriously, I was like, you better be glad I didn't carry my gun with me today, because seriously, I would bust your engine block up.
And that's, I hate when, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, yes, I'm straight up fucking jealous when I'm sitting in fucking traffic and some guy just edges by me on a motorcycle. That pisses me off to no end. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those guys that will like move the car over so they can't get through, because I know there's people who do that. But when you have like, and then you get like these assholes who, okay, fine, you're already edging your way through. The rest of us who are fucking sitting in our cages, because that's, you know, the motorcycles refer to cars as cages. The rest of us are sitting in our fucking cages. We can't move. And then I always get the asshole who likes to rev his engine. Like,
oh, I hate that shit,
and
man.
it scares the fuck out of you. Like, you know, like,
no, it's annoying, man, because it's loud.
Necessary. It is so fucking not necessary, and it just like, you know, like that's the shit that makes you want to kind of edge over and not let them through. You know
exactly, man. Honestly, my opinion is that's that shit I don't like.
Oh, why you got to be using your catchphrases on here? What the fuck?
Fuck you, bitch. I can do whatever the fuck I want to. Affirmative action, bitch. Do I need to hold the papers up?
Just give me my poly snack and I'll be fine.
Okay.
Anyways, by the way, I told my girl about that shit, by the way. She had to laugh about that.
Oh, why you snitching, man? See,
Anyway.
this is the number one reason why my girlfriend said I ain't even allowed to hang around you.
Now you have twice the problem for your girlfriend.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get you a couple of poly snacks and you'll be okay.
Okay. Maybe I'll give you that Sky Blue song.
Ain't no about it. You better.
Anyways, let's get back on topic.
There you go, topic. Yeah, about these shitheaded ass bikers, man.
Oh, I had a couple years ago when there's the mobile station I work at used to be owned by somebody else, and I was going on Marketplace Drive there. For those of you that listen here in Rochester, Marketplace Drive is the one that has the Walmart and Sam's Club and the Regal on it, and this dumb fucking old white dude on a white motorcycle comes into traffic at the wrong time, ends up running into a van and hurting himself. Almost hit me, too. I'm just sitting there going, you drinking? Did you take some alcohol while you were in there? What's going on here?
Well, that ought to go to show you, man, that Viagra and alcohol don't mix.
Yep.
Well, have you ever been to Pineapple Jack's, Paul?
Pineapple Jack's. God, where is that?
It's it's like off of Elm Grove, if I'm not mistaken, or...
I don't know if I've been there, to be honest.
Okay. Well, okay, here's the deal. Now, you know, it's Pineapple Jack's, and of course here in New York State, smoking isn't allowed in bars. But for some reason, Pineapple Jack's has, there's an inside bar that you're allowed to smoke it. I think they technically call it a cigar bar, but I mean, it's for, you know, people who smoke cigarettes in there. So I only go to Pineapple Jack's when I go see, and there's certain like live bands that I want to get into. But Pineapple Jack's, if you go there on certain nights of the week, it is so funny because it is the oddest combination of like full on I guess I'm just gonna use the word and forgive me, just full on lesbians, like butch lesbians.
Okay.
In other words, women that think they got dicks.
Yeah, and bikers. Like, it's so funny, like, that, you know, I mean, not that, and when I say, like, butch lesbians, I'm not talking about biker butch lesbians, I mean, just, like, in general, and then, like, so it's such a weird combination of, you got all these bikers, you know, I mean, and it is weird because, I mean, these are, like, motorcycle club bikers, not these little phony poser weekend motorcycle fucking guys, you know, real bikers, you know, not these fucking, you know, if you're riding a jet bike, I'm sorry, sorry, I don't consider you a biker. You know what I'm saying? You may get in a gang and shit like that if you want. You know, you are a gang, but to me, you're not a biker unless you're riding a fucking Harley.
Right.
Now that being said, you know, I love going to Pineapple Jack's because there's this real interesting crossroads of fucking bikers and lesbians. You know, it's a perfect place to have like a birthday party or something.
Jesus Christ.
Bikers and lesbians.
That's the name of the show, Bikers and Lesbians.
A new podcast. So that being said, well, everybody, like you said, we're about to, you wanted to hold off to it. Everybody's talking about the government shutdown. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, I don't really watch the news because I just don't want to get fucking depressed by all the fucking murder stories and shit like that. But,
Yeah.
you know, everyone's making a big fucking deal. And it's like everything else you know, it's everything that the media is hyping it bigger than what it's going to be. Nothing's going to fucking happen. You know, it isn't fucking 2012. It isn't the Mayan apocalypse. It isn't fucking,
Thank you, Son Goku, for saving the world.
You know, it's not the
Chris doesn't
rapture. Yeah, I don't get the rapture. I
Oh yeah, I remember the rapture, man. That was like freaking awesome.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I was able to go to church the next day.
you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not Y2K. It's not.
Wait a minute. They let you into church, Terrell? Oh my God.
I ain't the devil, man. Unlike you.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. Can you touch a Bible, Paul, without your hand burning?
Go on.
Perpetuate.
Maybe.
Okay, back to it, Chris. Sorry about that.
Everybody's making, everyone's making this big fucking deal, and nothing's gonna fucking happen. It's not
Oh,
like
of course not.
it's not like there's,
Well,
what's the worst that's gonna happen? A bunch of fucking senators aren't gonna go to work tomorrow. Big fucking whoop.
here's
And they gonna
here's
get
the
paid
problem. Here's the problem that's happening, and it's because I actually started listening to CNN this morning because I was just like, all right, I should hear what the fuck's going on. Basically, what's going on right now is like all these government workers that are getting paid by the government, not the senators and that, which the senators should be sent home if they're gonna fucking like send everybody else home, but like all the government workers, like, and that's almost like 1 million workers, are basically at 12 o'clock today, at noon today, they all got furloughed. And like I mean, for us, I don't have a government job. Neither one of you guys have a government jobs. Well, Darrell,
No.
no, not really. Not really.
No, not anymore.
So, like, it's like, I mean, it doesn't affect us, but then, like, you think about that and you're just like, what the fuck? That sucks. I mean, if you were
I got a lot of Army buddies, man, and, military buddies, period.
veterans,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, like, they're catching hell, man, and, I think it's a bunch of bullshit, I mean, you got these damn selfish-ass politicians, man. Seriously, if you really want to solve some shit, man, start cutting their fucking jobs, man. I'm talking about these politicians, literally, man, their families and everything else are benefiting from our tax money. It's a bunch of bullshit.
It's like, here's something else. I don't know if you knew this, Chris, but all the parks and the areas to get into some of these memorials and monuments, obviously you can't get into these because of this they get shut down.
Yeah.
Well, they put up barriers around the World War II memorial, and a bunch of veterans showed up and they couldn't get in, so they moved the barriers out of the way and went in anyways.
Yeah, and this is from all the senators that support our troops. You know what I'm saying? They're quick to wear a fucking American flag pin, but when stuff like this happens, all of a sudden what happens to all the people that support the troops now?
It's kind of funny because
The thing is, they're a bunch of fucking hypocrites, man, because literally, man, I kind of get misty-eyed, man, when I hear the national anthem, man. It's a soldier's prerogative, and those colors mean a whole different story for me.
It just pisses me off, like, these idiots still don't get that they're not representing us. They think they're representing us, but they're not. And they're letting this small group of Republicans, because let's be honest here, it's a small group of Republicans in the House that's doing this right now. That's pretty much fucking it up for everybody else. Because it's like, the Senate's like, don't look at us, we're trying to get this through, and the House isn't doing shit. And the House is like, oh, well, you need to do it this way, or we're going to, shut down the government. And they did it. They tried to do it a couple times, and now they actually accomplished it.
Yeah, the last time the government got shut down was like 17 years ago, back in 1996, man.
It's sad. It's really sad.
It really is, because the thing is, man, it's not just the Republicans, man. It's Democrats too, man. I don't care. I don't like politicians too often, man.
No,
I
I
really
don't
don't
like
like them that much. I'm talking about whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. If I don't like you, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Well, see, and like the thing that bothers me is some people are gonna like sit there and go, "Oh, this president's not is the one that did it." The president's sitting there going, "Dude, I told you this. I told you to stop playing with the government like this. Guess what? Now I'm not fucking around anymore. You can go down the toilet. I'm still gonna be here at the end of the day, and so is the American people who are gonna come to fucking Capitol Hill and knock that shit down."
You know what it is? It's what these. I mean, you know, it's these. It's because you talk about the people that are okay. Let me just give me a moment. You know, no offense to Alabama, but you know what I'm saying. You got. I'm just saying,
Don't worry about it. As soon as you say it, man, I might chime in and agree with you, man.
No, but I'm just saying is, you know, you got Washington D.C., New York City, Los Angeles. You know, all these motherfuckers in the flyover states. You know that you know driven by their own fucking racism, driven by their own fucking small mindedness, and the Republicans, the ones that are the real Republicans, the ones that really are in power, have figured out a way to get these fucking poor fucking West bump fuck rednecks on their fucking side, and get them to vote their people in, you know, because you know they're working on an angle of fucking racism, they're working on an angle of fucking of ignorance, and you know these people, you know, the real Republicans, the ones in power, don't give a shit about the flyover states. How much do they fuck over farmers and stuff like that, you know? But you know when it's time to fucking vote, you know, now all of a sudden you're waving the fucking flag, and you know you got to you put talking about Obama is a secret fucking Muslim terrorist, come on, from Ghana, it's the Republicans. I mean, don't get me wrong, from a gangster point of view, that's fucking smart. You the people, you get people who should hate you to fucking love you.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
that's what politicians do all the time, man. It's a simple tactic.
That's what Obama's doing right now. That's what he's fucking doing. He's pretty much saying, these are the guys that are holding it up. I've done everything that I can. I've tried to compromise with these people. They don't want to compromise.
Yeah.
And the problem is people don't understand. Like, it's not like back in the day. A famous line that I want to say it was, oh God.
Just say the line.
Speak softly but carry a...
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt. I knew it was Roosevelt, but I didn't know if it was... I thought it was Teddy.
Yeah, it was Teddy, man. That motherfucker was a root. That motherfucker was real, man. Rough Rider. Well, that was the first Rough Rider before DMX, y'all.
Well, there was him, and then there was Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson's a perfect example. What he would do is... And Clinton kind of actually did this shit, too. He'd bring these senators into his office, and he would put out these numbers in front of him. And it was great. It was great. He would sit there and be like, okay, you're going to vote for this. Fuck you, I'm going to vote for this. Oh, really? It says... And he would be talking to Republicans in this case. I think it was Republicans. It might have been... Well, whatever. Like, Bill Clinton was a Democrat. He would be talking to Republicans. Was Lyndon Johnson, was he a Democrat? I don't know.
No, he was a Republican, I think.
Okay. Well, what he would do is he would bring these senators into his office. He's like, I want this law passed. He'd be like, fuck you, I'm not doing it. You need to do this for me. He's like, let me tell you what I'm going to do. You're going to vote for this law, and I'll consider your law. But I have 60% of the vote in your district. You only got 50. So let me tell you something right now. You either vote for what I say, or you're fucked. Or I'm going to send somebody in the district as a Democrat, as in my party, and come after your ass and take your seat.
Okay, correction. Lyndon B. Johnson was a Democrat.
He was a Democrat, yeah.
Yeah, he was a Democrat. But he was a tough son of a gun.
For me, like... Obama, and I know Obama doesn't do this. He's kind of soft in this perspective because he doesn't do this to these senators.
He doesn't rely on cheating.
Well, yeah, I guess he doesn't rely on
soft because you're trying to play by the fucking rules.
But here's the problem, though. Here's the fucking problem. Like, if he were stronger in that aspect and been like, look, this is what you're gonna do, and if you don't do it, I'm just gonna kill you. I'm just gonna kill you in the polls, then some of this stuff would be solved. But here's something else that I think I need to say before we go into commercial break here. Like, we have a system of three branches. We have the legislative, the judicial, and the
executive branch. You dumbass.
Shut up. Anyways, so here's the thing. It's the check and balance system that we've set up. Pretty much, if one of those branches fails, the other one is supposed to be able to, amend, so to speak, what's going on to make the country keep moving. So in this case, the Senate and the House aren't doing shit. The Congress. So if the legislative branch isn't going to do shit, the president should have power in this in this situation to take care of this. So he can just
all Americans.
my fellow Americans.
I run this shit now.
He should be able to do whatever he should be able to take this shit and be like, no, you can't shut down the government. We're going to raise the debt ceiling. We're going to do this, and that's it. And then
let them shut it down. Fuck it. Let them shut it down. Let them play them fucking selves out. If you give someone enough rope, they'll fucking hang themselves. So
No. They're gonna get the Republicans are gonna lose big time in the next election. But it's to me we need to start giving the president a little bit more power. And here's where people are gonna sit there and be like, oh, he'll be like a king or something. I'm like, dude, we have a third branch. It's called the judicial branch. If he oversteps his bounds, it goes to the Supreme Court. They overrule him, and then he looks like a fucking idiot, and it's that part of the law that he set up is gone. Yeah. I mean, stop holding our fucking country for ransom because I don't like a healthcare law.
Obamacare socialism.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be honest with you. As a black man, well, I'm gonna be politically correct. As an African American male, I'm not fond of Obamacare because it really doesn't benefit me, man, and it really does take out a lot of people who could get insurance at a cheaper rate, man.
Well, why don't we do this?
Some of it does work, man, but not all of it. It's not a 100% sound system. There has to be a middle ground, and my thing is I don't see any real benefits to Obamacare with someone like me. That I'm being a little bit selfish here, man, but a little bit it really doesn't work for me, man. I was like, I need something better because literally I would take the bill and wipe my ass with it. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's fit to wipe my ass with.
Well, here's the only thing, and then we'll definitely go to a commercial break. The one problem with the law, and this is where I disagree with the law, but only this part, is they need to go back in and they need to change it so that full-time is defined as 35 and not 30. Because what these employers are doing, and I love how these fucking politicians are like, oh, no, they're not doing that. No. Or these independent groups that go out there and do surveys. Oh, no, they're not doing this. Yes, they fucking are.
Hell yeah. The library does it all the fucking time. Look here. With part-timers, man, shit.
You're under 30 hours.
If you're under 30 hours, you are part-time.
Right.
If you was to get 30 hours, guess what? They have to pay you.
Have to do insurance.
Yeah, they would have to. But the whole thing is the insurance that they have now with my library is real shitty. I was like, fuck that. I was like, I would pay out of my pocket with a Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's a better deal.
And here's the problem. Here's the fucking problem. These, for example, Wegmans out here. I don't know if you know. No, there's probably not one down there.
Nah, there's no Wegmans in Alabama.
But Wegmans, for example, Wegmans used to be one of the best companies to work for, but now they're doing the same shit. They're doing the same shit. If you can't have over 30 hours if you're part-time, because if you get over 30 hours, you have to, under Obamacare, give them insurance. So for me, I would say to Obama, look, I like your fucking law. I like it. It makes sense, and yeah, people need to have insurance. And some of the bullshit these fucking politicians have been pulling for years, yeah, it works. I like it. But you need to go in and change this provision and make it 35, because the problem is these employers are taking advantage, and people are losing out. They're losing out big time, to the point of where I guarantee you at Christmas time, I will call it right now, at Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, the fucking consumer confidence is going to be at a very low, and
you mean businessmen are making selfish decisions? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Revelatory. And with that, we'll be back with more dick and fart jokes right after this message.
This episode of Two Strangers, One Podcast is brought to you by Comics Etc. 1115 East Main and North Goodman at the Hungerford Building, door number 8. Find out more information at comicsetc.biz or like them on Facebook at facebook.com/comicsetc1.
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
And we're back. Okay, let's
Should we pick it back up?
let's pick it back up. My room smells like cat shit.
Well,
Congratulations.
No, okay, so all right.
so you shit out a cat? Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
Well, no.
What the fuck you doing to your pussy, man?
Oh,
My pussy smells. So
Tainted pussy.
my
Okay, let's get back to
Two
it.
Strangers One Podcast. It's not. We need to have a disclaimer. on this.
we had gotten like okay, so I moved in with my roommate like 2-3 months ago, and she had a cat and I had a cat. So right now her parents are in the process of moving, and so she goes, oh, I got this little kitten or whatever. And I'm like, okay, yet another cat in the house, fine, all good. So, but the kitten is still small, so she keeps it in her room. But then one day, I get home from work, I open the door to my room, and there's this other just fucking cat, I have no idea, just comes and starts rubbing on my leg. And that's the weird, like, what the fuck is this? So, did I lose you guys?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Darrell?
Jarrell's sleeping. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So,
Not sleepy, you fucking piece of shit.
Jarrell tends to drink too much and then he falls asleep.
That's a fucking lie, bitch. Rum keg. Rum
Yeah, I know.
keg.
Anyways,
yeah. So it's just, so apparently it was just basically this barn cat, that she brought into the house. And this thing, I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel bad because she finally took it, she took it back to she took it to an animal shelter. But this thing, I guess since it lived on the barn for, I mean, it was a young cat. It had to be like 4 or 5 months old, but I guess it wasn't used to eating like normal, like, like not having food readily available. So this thing was just constantly eating and constantly shitting. This thing shit throughout the whole fucking house. And I hope and I think I got it all. I mean, it's not that like it stinks like shit, but it's like, yeah, my house smells like cat shit. I don't have a punchline for that, but it's sad.
just like Jarrell, he said.
Just like your sex life was a couple of months ago.
I will probably say yes to that.
So
That's what I thought.
actually, let me get this on record. Hopefully this won't be like my last podcast. Long story short, I had gotten word back to my baby mama's new boyfriend that her and I were fucking back in July. That being said, yeah,
This is gonna get good. Let me get my popcorn.
yeah, because
Juicy.
she had started seeing him back in. Well, I found out about him in February.
Right.
She says she's been with him since December, which doesn't make any kind of sense because not that it doesn't make sense, it makes sense now. Her and I were fucking back in January, and so long story short, he tried to get slick with some shit, and I got proof that we were fucking. So in the off chance that I happen to mysteriously fucking disappear, I just want to get this out there. Please investigate Richard Caternolo, also known as Rick, the traveling mechanic. So I just wanted to get that out there. So in case I fucking mysteriously fucking disappear, because his name ends in a O, and
Jarrell, you need to come to Rochester.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm on it. We in here.
We're gonna do some CSI bullshit.
and no offense,
Pretty much.
no offense, Paul. I mean, like, yeah, they're Italians here in Rochester, but they're not real Italians. I mean,
Oh no,
I'm
Oh,
used
no,
to
I know
fucking
that.
Wonder Bread wops, man.
dude. Like,
Oh.
I will tell you. Let me tell you a story. Like, my father is from Niagara Falls.
Uh-huh.
Up in Niagara Falls, New York, there is actually, I believe it's called Italian Town. Like, literally, it's Italian Town where, like, and it's just a bunch of Italian, like, restaurants and shit. And it's just, I just sat there and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder. I'm wondering how many fucking mobsters are down in this fucking piece of shit. But like, okay, you need to explain that a little bit more. What did you say to the boyfriend? I gotta find. You need to say some more about that. Come on now.
Okay, no, it's a long story, but him and I had gotten into a physical altercation because, long story short, I was living with in a house with my baby mama's father.
Okay.
And taking care of my daughter. daughter, and so
Which good for you for taking care of your daughter.
yeah, doing what a father is supposed to be doing and taking care of.
Oh my God, you're actually doing what a father's supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
taking care of his child. And she was a come and go kind of person. You know what I'm saying? She was too busy not being in the house and substance abuse and shit like that. So, she's never been a part of her children. And when I say children's lives, because yes, her and I have a daughter together, but she also has a 9-year-old son who her father takes care of.
Okay.
So she decides it in her infinite wisdom to bring the guy to the house one day back in February. And I had made it very clear that I don't want him in the house, and I told him, get out. You don't belong
Right.
here.
You don't want him around your kid. Right?
I don't want you around your kid because all the people that she hangs out with are substance abusers. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have normal friends. She doesn't have positive people in her life. So whoever he is, I don't want him around the kids, And you would think if someone says, I don't want you in my fucking house, you would sit and honor that and say,
Right.
So
like any responsible adult, like if you tell them, like, let's give this guy credit, maybe she didn't say anything to him. Maybe she was like, oh, you can just come over to my house. And like, he's just coming over to the house and be like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
But go on.
Yeah, and now mind you, I not only did I film this, it is on YouTube. Me telling him,
me and Darrell need to be seeing this shit.
Oh, okay. No, not the fight.
Yeah.
Just me telling him I don't want you in the house because I wanted it documented.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we need to see this.
Yeah. So that being said, so about 2 or 3 days later, I'm out and I'm running errands and I have my daughter with me and I come home and there's a car parked in my driveway, and it's his fucking car. So I come upstairs and, I could discuss it now because it's already been taken care of in family court. I put my daughter down in her playpen and I go over and I just punch him right in the fucking face. Him and I get into a wrestling match, I guess would be the best way to put it. Now I have her father trying to get me off of him. I have her kicking me in the head while now him and I had gotten to the point where we're wrestling and we're down on the ground. She's kicking me in the fucking head. So for the lack of a better term, it's a 3-on-1 fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to, and then I also have video of after where you can see it looked like I fought 3 fucking people. And, it was, so I had said, I had gotten arrested and, basically ended up going to the hospital. I didn't go to jail, but I did get a desk appearance ticket because, the cops sent me to the hospital for mental assessment because I lost my fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm now on medication. I take Zoloft and Ambien and gabapentin and well, I mean, gabapentin's more for my lockjaw, but okay. That being said, and with family court and stuff like that, I was asked to leave my house because I was violent in front of the children. I was taking care of my kids. I was protecting them. I was doing what I thought was the right thing by keeping, a drug.
Paternal instinct to keep a goddamn drug addict away from your goddamn kids.
Yeah.
That's so now, right. That's a sacred duty of the father, protect the kids.
And so I was asked to leave the house. And so right now the grandfather technically has custody of my daughter. So that being said, I had moved out, and anyone who's listened to this podcast, I've moved quite a few times in the past couple months because I just couldn't find the right place to stay. And I was, at one point I was living with 2 rednecks in a fucking trailer.
Yeehaw! Cletus and Buford, baby.
Oh boy. I mean, they were down to the fucking stereotype. And then the other place I was staying at was a little bit more cooler. It was kind of like a bachelor pad. I was living with 2 other guys, but definitely not an environment that I would bring my daughter into.
Right.
When there's literally swords and liquor bottles strewn throughout the fucking
house.
Yeah,
no. You don't need CPS to see that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, don't be wrong. Very much a guy's apartment, and I'm not insulting him for it, but it was definitely not a place I could bring my daughter's caseworker to and say, hey, I want to raise my daughter here. The caseworker said, get the fuck out of here. So now, I mean, with my roommate now, okay, fine. I mean, I had a little kitten shitting over through my house, but she's a sweetheart, and even though her and I have kind of bumped heads, but it's mostly because I just cursed out everybody who lives in Rochester a couple weeks ago.
Sounds like Darrell.
But that being said, yeah. So, but okay, my ex and I, back when I was still living in the bachelor pad, with where I was staying and where my room was kind of an offshoot from the house. It really wasn't anybody's business. So, her and I had hung out a couple of times, basically to go see. There's a band here in Rochester called Springer, kind of like a heavy metal cover band. And so the first time I wasn't planning to go to the show. She had contacted me, said she was on her way going. So I went out, and then one thing led to another. She came home with me. And that was, the first time. Then there was another time where he actually showed up at the show. She had told him she was with her friend. He had showed up to the show and basically, he didn't confront me because, we had already had our altercation. And now mind you, at that time, there was an order of protection against me for him. So, he came to an area where I was at, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was with my baby mama. And, that being said, shit, if I'm going to get a chance to bust a nut, I'm going to fucking take it. So
yeah, we haven't noticed.
So the second time he had actually showed up at the place, and then they had gotten into some kind of altercation out in the parking lot. Now there was an order of protection against me, so I left her alone. I couldn't, it's not like I could go and defend her honor. Not that she has any fucking honor to defend, but you know what I mean. So that was the second time. And then the third and fourth time, two different places. We had hung out, and she'd come back to my house or whatever. And you have to understand that I knew I could use this against them. So one night after we finished fucking, you whip out the cell phone camera and you take a picture, and I'm smiling. And now, mind you, I know she's wearing a shirt that he had bought her. And see, and that's my beautiful key evidence is that she's wearing a shirt that he had bought her. And also at the show, at Springer shows, the drummer, they drum up a lot of business. So what they do is they try to act like it's fan service, but what they do is they take pictures of the crowd because they want to show other venues, look at how many people we draw to our show. So they take pictures of the crowd. So if you go to their website, you can see pictures of the people in the crowd. And at like two of their shows, you can clearly see me and my baby mama at a show. We're pretty basically standing up front. So, and that night, the night that I have the picture of her laying next to me after we just finished fucking, she's wearing the shirt. She's wearing the shirt at the show, and she's also wearing the shirt in my bed. And of course, don't get me wrong, I did the creepy stalker thing and took a picture of us because I knew I was eventually going to send it to him one day. So, he is a mechanic. There's no such thing as an honest mechanic. He does have a last name that ends in an O. So, I don't know if he knows people. If I'm going to end up sleeping with the fucking fishes, but if this happens to be the last fucking podcast, and so I had gone to family court the other day, and he tried to do some slick shit where we went to the courthouse. Now, mind you, I had just coincidentally was right behind them when it came to going through the metal detectors to go into the courthouse. So he had purposely gone out of his way to pick up my daughter to carry her over to there's like a daycare at the courthouse for you to while you go to court, there's a daycare that watches your kids while you're at family court. So like I had gotten off the elevator because like I said, I was behind them, but I wasn't close enough to be any kind of menace or anything like that, and so he had made it very known, like very obvious that he's picking up my daughter and taking her over to the daycare. So my order of protection ran out earlier last month because it's technically in October. So my order of protection ran out on the 8th. So I said, okay, it's time to print up some pictures and write him a letter. So, went to his house, left the letter in his mailbox. So I didn't want to even bother mailing it, hand delivered. So I left it in his mailbox. So, I'm waiting for a bunch of bikers to come swarm my car and drag me out. And
wait, did he respond? Like,
I haven't gotten a response yet. I have no idea. Like, it's either like, or maybe she's pulling the shit that she did with me, where she's probably not even at the house. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't. I wouldn't assume he has my phone number. So he hasn't called to curse me out. He's an older guy, so he really doesn't know how to use Facebook.
So maybe like he hasn't seen it yet, or maybe your ex took it.
I'm wondering if she hid it. But then again, I think if she found it, she would call me and say, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you trying to ruin my thing?" So, or her fucking body is probably rotting under his fucking house right now. He's like, "Bitch, you cheated on me. Now you're fucking dead." So that being said, I just wanted on record that in case I fucking disappear, please investigate Richard Caternolo.
Oh god, this podcast got real good.
Yeah.
Darrell says CSI shit right now.
I know. Yeah. Me and Darrell will be there, and like I'll be like the guy from CSI Miami. I'll be like, well, this looks like a hell of a burger. Ah! Then I put the head.
Podcast to a body cast. Yeah! Dun, dun, dun.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just walk up in my nice little black suit, nice shoes, sidearm on, smoking a cigar with some sunglasses.
Motherfucker, this is not Men in Black, okay?
Hey, bitch, you want to be Men in Black?
Shut up.
See what I mean? I'm gonna deport your ass back to whatever planet you came from, you dumb ass.
Hey, import my ass to Italy. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you don't speak no Italian, dumb fuck.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what an interpreter's for.
Motherfucker, that's like me going to Africa trying to speak Bantu.
Oh, I thought that was because you were retarded.
No, that's your face.
Oh, okay. Piece of shit.
Wow, this
Chris
podcast
said
is weird.
Chris,
I don't think you're going to have no more listeners after tonight, man.
Chris is sitting in the background. He's going, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
It's like, I think I just struck black gold with Darrell.
Go on.
No, well, I mean, I am working now, so it's nice. I actually get paid on Friday, so I think the first thing honestly, the first thing I'm probably gonna do is put money into the fucking podcast, because basically it's only like another $115 I can buy. Basically, I could double our server space, because right now we have 2.5 gigs, and for like basically $115 I can get us up to 5. So then we could really go fucking nuts with the pods. So
so you want me to put this on Geeky? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying is.
Only thing you have to do is ask.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a couple of ideas. One, anyone who's listened to the podcast knows I wrote a book, so I'm playing with the idea of, it's already been out there for a year, so I don't expect it to go, unless I mysteriously fucking die, and all of a sudden, there's like, oh, you can hear this guy's last podcast online, and for the sake of record, if I do die and this book starts fucking selling, I leave all the profits to my daughter. But that being said, what I'm planning on doing is maybe on a weekly basis, release a chapter at a time as audio, like an audiobook form. So people they can be, you got the podcast, and you could hear the first chapter, second, you could hear chapters, and if you're cheap or you're broke, you give it enough time, you can eventually get the whole book, and it releases in waves, so you can absorb it like a Netflix or something like that. And then
I'm just cheap.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If you're cheap or you're broke, you could eventually hear the whole book as an audiobook form. Or, if you decide to say, fuck this, I already heard the first 5 chapters, I'm in, I want to read the rest of it. Of course, you can buy the book at doublejackpot.us. Or follow the links, And then also I'll put money into twostrangersonepodcast.com, which right now has technically expired, but I'm pretty sure no one else is going to GoDaddy and buying it up right now. And if someone does fucking squat on that fucking on that URL, I will fucking come to your house and fucking hurt you.
Damn it.
Like, yeah, I'll sell it back to you for $2,000. Fuck you. I'll change.
Don't worry about it. It's like, don't worry. Darrell's gonna. I know. 2 strangers, 1 black guy.
So someone squats.
Yeah, that's black gold right there.
Exactly. And we ain't talking about Texas tea either. God damn it.
So I was thinking about maybe releasing episodes that would be like chapters of the book. I was thinking, if you guys want to do like a...
we do have a voice monkey for these things.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, well, I was thinking of just... I have a program that turns text into an MP3 file. Like, it'll read it and save it as an MP3 file.
Oh.
And it's a pretty good voice. It's not like a robot. It's not like, it was a dark and stormy night. It's actually...
In other words, it sounds like Stephen Hawking jacking off, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Oh, I could say that. I could say, Double Jackpot as read by Stephen Hawking. That's quite an angle. Yeah, it is a nerdy book. So yeah, I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking maybe we could do like podcasts where, of course, it's all, I want to try to make some money also, where we would do like director's commentary for movies, even though we weren't directors of the movie. Like, like watch a movie, but of course for legal reasons you can't hear the audio of the movie. But the listeners of the podcast, if they happen to have the movie, let's just say hypothetically, The Dark Knight. We would watch The Dark Knight and kind of talk during the movie, try to be funny and everything like that. But then, of course, that would coincide with me selling my special copy of The Dark Knight or whatever the case may be. If you guys, fans of the show like it,
All of a sudden we're recording a podcast, we hear in the background, Open up! This is the police!
There is nothing against the law about talking about a movie as long as we're not displaying any of the audio from the movie, And of course, I go and choose the most litigious fucking company. Warner Brothers are the worst, when it comes to doing shit like that. But if you have no audio from the movie, they have no grounds to stand.
Oh, they'll send their own police in. Don't worry.
Warner Brothers police, they're all dressed up like Batman. It's like all the extras, all the Bane extras, and
of course.
Why are you? You cannot be talking over the movies like that. This is intellectual property of Warner Brothers. Yeah, so
of course,
yeah.
Of course,
that was my Bane. I think it was
Bane. I think Jose could give you a better lesson.
Oh. Well, Jose's nuts haven't dropped yet, so yeah.
Oh, he's gonna listen to this shit and come after you, right?
Dude, I'm black. Do you think I'm really scared of Jose?
I hope he's listening. We need all the listeners we can get.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying, if they say the government listens to everything. I hope the government's listening. I can use their numbers.
Hey, y'all.
How about the government just give me some money?
So
no, they won't give you any food stamps. How many times do I gotta fucking tell you?
Yeah, I know. They've proven that time and time again.
Anyways.
And you know what I found out today? Because, in my new job, which I can't say where I'm working, but we do sell beer and we sell soda and all this other stuff. That being said, today is the first of the month. Well, now it's after midnight, but it was the first of the month. And,
right.
It's a new job that I'm at. And there are people coming in with their benefit cards, buying up all our Red Bull. Now, I was under the impression that you couldn't buy energy drinks with food stamps.
No, you can.
I didn't know that. And so the people are coming in buying, I think the way my manager explained it to me was it's only Red Bull, like Monster and Rockstar and all those other places, and 5-hour energy drink don't count. But this is what my manager, and what they're doing is they're selling them to the corner stores, the bodegas.
Yeah.
And the bodegas, where the corner store is paying 50 cents on the dollar, you're getting $10 of stuff for $5, and then the bodegas jack up the prices anyway, so all these people are going to the bodega, they're coming to where I work, which is a more corporate entity, buying up all the Red. I was wondering, I said, I understand, people with food stamps, obviously aren't making the best decisions in life, but who the hell buys, 4 packs of Red Bull? I mean,
that's
unless you're like a computer programmer or a fucking gamer or something like that.
Well, it's kind of what they were doing before New York State went after all the Indian reservations. They would go down and get these name brand cigarettes because they used to be super cheap down at the reservations. Mm-hmm. They would go in, they would buy a carton would probably be it would be maybe $80.
Yeah, it was I remember when it was I remember when it was $75. I mean, and that was just 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it was $75, $80 for a carton, but then you go to the reservation, it was $40. So you'd go in, you'd get these goddamn cartons, maybe shave $10 off of the carton. Now you're making $30 off of each carton. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they try to. These people try to get around the system as much as they can. You know what I mean? It's just fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, it's also the bodegas. You know what I'm saying? It takes two to tango.
And speaking of that, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but people from Canada, they come into Rochester and they'll all these Indians. It's basically Indian people. It's not. You don't see white people doing this. You don't see Asian or black people doing this. You see these Indian people come over. They buy a bunch of shit from Walmart. I wouldn't say Walmart. I would say Wegmans. Mm-hmm. They buy a bunch of shit from Wegmans, take it back over the border, which perfectly fine to take it over the border.
Yeah, because when you're leaving, they don't care. You could take whatever the fuck you want outside the U.S.
Right. And so they'll take it over the border, and then they'll sell it. They'll jack the price and sell it.
Wow.
And it's just so. I mean, again, it's not in our country, so I guess technically, okay, it's not really affecting us, but at the same time, you think of these Canadians getting Wegmans brand shit, or even Walmart brand
fuck
shit.
Canadians.
Play Canada.
They get all this cheap shit, and you're just what the fuck.
That's what I love. I love seeing the Border Patrol vans because I see them all the time now.
Oh yeah, they're all over Rochester too.
And
It's kind of
I
funny.
love it because I think they're kind of based out of, for people who know Rochester, they're based. I think they're close to, or the headquarters is like where like Strong Hospital is.
They might be.
And because back when my daughter was first born, I was going back and forth to Strong, just because she spent the first like 10 days of her life in the intensive care unit. So I was going through that area all fucking hours of the night, back and forth, and it was just weird. Like every time I drove by the hospital, like I see them all like pulling out. Not that they're leaving by the hospital, we're like just leaving from wherever the hell they're leaving. But it's like whenever you think Border Patrol, you don't think fucking the North, When I think Border Patrol, I think of the South, but
they're all up along basically Lake Ontario because Canadians can sneak over just as well as Mexicans. So,
well, goddamn, y'all got nothing to do, right? Patrolling the borders now.
Dude, like up in the Thousand Islands, for example, like the Canadians actually on their side of the border, like if you go across the river, the St. Lawrence River, they actually have, and it's the lake too, they actually have like border patrols on the river. So if you cross over that line, they'll fucking sit there and they'll make you either go back or they'll capture you and throw you across back the border.
Goddamn frostbacks.
What are you talking about, eh?
So
the Alien Gonzalez and shit, like we have what's a Canadian name? I don't know.
Who knows?
Drake.
But
yeah, Drake.
Justin.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, but like it's kind of funny too. But if you don't even think about it, but there are actually Canadians, and I shit you not, they will go from up around Buffalo. They'll come through, like Toronto's over there. They'll come over from there, come down, take our Route 90 all the way through, go up 81, take it to that bridge up in the Thousand Islands, and cross over back over the border in Canada there, just because it's quicker to do that than it is to try to go around in Canada.
Like
it's weird.
Whenever I go to New York City, when I go to New York City, I drive through Pennsylvania and New Jersey to go back into New York State. I leave New York State because it's faster. It's faster to drive south through Pennsylvania and then east through fucking Jersey than it is to drive and follow the stupid fucking throughway and go through the fucking ass crack of fucking Albany, which I can't fucking fuck Albany.
Chris, tell us how you really feel.
For as much as I hate Rochester, I hate Albany even fucking more. And I lived up in Albany for 10 weeks when I was in a training academy. I fucking hate Albany. Albany should fucking sink into the fucking ocean. I wish there was a fucking a wave high enough to just come inland about 80 miles or so and take out fucking Albany. So it would do New York State a fucking service. For a place that's supposed to be our state capital, it is a fucking backwards fucking, I'm surprised the fucking courthouse, is whatever the
You better hope the government isn't listening to this shit.
Oh no, the FCC is listening to all this shit tonight.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you, tomorrow we're all gonna be in handcuffs thanks to Chris.
Well,
I know.
I'm hoping for a natural disaster. I'm not saying terrorists. I'm hoping a random meteor from the fucking sky comes and fucking obliterates. I'm not saying human premeditated murder. I'm talking about natural disaster. A freak tornado. Inland sucking up all of Albany, because besides like the main Albany buildings,
oh my god,
the rest of the damage would be like $47 in Albany.
Oh god.
Because I tell you, man, if it wasn't for those government buildings and shit like that, Albany is just another fucking upstate shithole. I'm sorry.
Oh my
you know
god.
what I'm saying? And this is coming from a guy who left fucking Rochester. Rochester is the Taj Mahal compared to fucking compared to fucking Albany.
Dude, no, like my friend and his wife actually, they lived out in Albany, and they said it was the jobs out there. So you can't even find a job out there. It's so bad.
Yeah, if you're not working for
You
the
have to come all
state,
the way to Rochester.
if you're not working for the state, you might as well just say fuck it. You might as well just fucking shoot yourself in the fucking head. I think it was such a shitty place that they just got cheap land and said, "Hey, we're gonna make the state capital here." You know what I'm saying?
You're sounding like Jarrell right now.
Because at least Rochester, we're by the water. You know what I'm saying? New York City's by the water. upstate, okay, you're close to Canada or whatever. Buffalo's by the water. Albany's got, what the fuck does Albany have? Albany doesn't have anything.
Nope.
Albany has Albany.
Yeah, it's that one person in your class that like didn't talk enough or whatever,
In other words, the emo bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's the emo bitch that like, didn't do anything wrong, so you can't be mad at her, but just doesn't do anything right either. That's what fucking Albany is. And I swear to God, I wish one of those fucking day after tomorrow waves would just come and fucking take out fucking Albany.
No, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, make New York City the real fucking capital of New York State. Fuck
Hey.
Well, I mean, Rochester. I mean, I know I bash Rochester, but that being said, if I hate Rochester, I fucking loathe Albany. I loathe Albany with the fucking burning intensity of 1,000 suns. But that being said,
let's end the podcast on this big note. Oh God,
I'm getting people from Albany. Well, I hope that Italian guy sends fucking Omerta.
All of a sudden, we're gonna hear. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
FCC.
Don't worry about it. Y'all can come on down to Birmingham, Alabama. Trust me. I'm going to take my sidearm and I'm going to put it up your ass, and you're going to have a whole world of colon cleaner up your ass.
Wait, you're going to put it up Chris's ass?
No. Anybody who wants to come down and fuck with me.
Oh, okay.
It's like that sounds like a good movie. Like a guy that's like he has like a mafioso trying to get him. She's got the government trying to get him. Let me see who else had a pistol. People from Albany. God.
No, I mean, man, I probably got people that I done pissed off 10 years ago that still want a piece of me.
Oh yeah. So right, if my body mysteriously disappears, you don't know who to go after. You don't know if it's maybe people from Albany or Richard.
Why'd you have to go and fuck that up for us? Jesus Christ.
That's because I'm evil like that.
Milk it, man. Take it to the fucking media. Use my death as your benefit. I give you permission. All I ask is that all the profits of my book go to my daughter. That's all.
So I can take Two Strangers One Podcast.
Oh yeah, I leave Two Strangers One Podcast to Paul Priscillo.
Now
you're gonna fucking kill me.
Anyways,
yeah.
So, Chris, what are you doing after the podcast tonight?
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to tell you, Darrell does all my killing for me.
Let's go down to the Lake Ontario.
Hey, I've threatened to put him in cement boots too. So
don't worry about it. I said I'll take the cement boots because the last shoes were killing me, man, and they're a lot lighter.
Better than these government issue shit.
Yeah, well, a good pair of jump boots can't be beat.
So, anything else you guys want to talk about? I mean, we're over the hour mark, but I mean, it's
you just been loving this podcast, haven't you?
Hey, it's been Jose free. It's not campy. Oh, wait a minute, it is campy.
Oh,
oh man, he's gonna be so pissed if he hears this.
I'm gonna kill Darrell.
It's like, okay, Darrell, you're off the podcast now.
Oh,
and since I'm not on Toonami Faithful, I can say, boy, do I want to fuck Jeremy Lee. Oh my God.
Oh God.
I hope she doesn't hear that.
Well,
the Toonami Faithful podcast
does not condone this or have anything to do with this.
I can say that because I am not a member of the Toonami Faithful podcast, but I was privy to the phone call. I was one of the audio engineers of that particular episode, and let me tell you,
the fourth wall.
Oh, I totally broke the fourth wall. But let me tell you, I would have had, I don't know, shit, Paul. We should have fucking drove out to Syracuse, man. I would have paid for the gas. It's only an hour gone, an hour back. What's
Dude,
that?
I have a feeling that
half a tank.
I have a feeling that not only would I not be able to interview her anymore after that point, but I probably wouldn't be able to interview any voice actor after that.
I don't know. I would have just, I would have just met her and put on my charm.
But I have a fiance. I'm sorry.
If I could get crackheads to cheat on their boyfriends, I think I could fucking, I can just.
Okay, one I would just say that's a crackhead. They don't know no better, Chris. So that's nothing to brag about.
She likes me. She really likes me.
Crackheads like anybody. That's what drugs do to you. Style drugs, kids and adults.
Stay off drugs because you may not.
Booze is your drug. Booze is your thing of choice. It only kills the liver and kidneys.
And your whole body eventually.
No, just your liver and kidneys.
Oh, okay.
And the family of 4 that you smashed into when you ran the red light. No. That's why I drank.
Oh my God, little Ellie Isaac, he's a dead Lordy, my baby.
I haven't had a drink since December of 2011. But when I did drink, I drank at home. I'm too cheap to fucking go out to bars and drink. I drink at home. I used to go. I bought my fucking, my fifth of fucking, Smirnoff at the fucking, liquor store and go home.
Just a fucking fifth, man. What the fuck?
Also,
Dude,
I mean, I've had the gastric bypass surgery, so
Okay.
I get drunk very, very fast.
Yeah, we don't want you to put on any unwanted calories.
Yes, no unwanted calories, please.
And
That's the reason why I drink 100% natural organic rum and tequila, Courvoisier. The basic food groups of alcohol.
So, I guess, are you guys ready to wrap this up? I mean,
That's what she said.
Exactly.
okay. Well, for podcast business, of course, when this episode comes out, my money, I don't get paid till Friday. So after Friday, the 5th or so, check out twostrangersonepodcast.com where you can find links for everything, show related. And, right now, what's free and what's available is facebook.com/twostrangersonepodcast where you can find the links for everything show related. Right now, I don't have anything up on eBay, but, when I get paid, I'll pay back PayPal the money I owe them. So, because they ain't my pal anymore. I owe the money. Now it's kind of like pay acquaintance.
Pay stamps.
Unpaid acquaintance. It's not PayPal anymore.
It's not food stamps, it's pay stamps.
Yeah, I owe I only owe them like $30-$40. But with my eBay stuff, I guess, and that's another reason I haven't had anything up on eBay, because they won't let me put any more shit up because I owe them money. But after Friday, you can check out our eBay page. You'll find the links on twostrangersonepodcast.com. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. If you have an Android device, Android tablet, Android phone, you can subscribe to us on the Stitcher app. I don't know what's taking you guys so fucking long. It takes 2 minutes to fucking put your podcast on Stitcher. But then again, I mean, I did it over a year ago. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they've blown up so much that it's hard to, maybe it's hard to keep track of all that stuff.
He's talking to you, Jose. He's talking to you.
Yeah, Jose, what the fuck's the problem? Do I have to call some people at Stitcher and fucking get this shit done for you guys already? Yeah, I mean, I subscribed to, I got our show on Stitcher, like it probably took like not even a week, like, I don't know. So that being said, iTunes, Stitcher, eBay, Facebook, like us, share us. If you want to email us, twostrangersonepodcast@gmail.com. Which Carlos, there's a guy named Carlos who's been remember I told you we have loyal listeners as far away as Scotland.
Yes.
But Carlos is a gentleman from South America. I want to say Chile. Whatever. Carlos, I'll get back to you on the question that he sent me, because he wants to know if I could help him out with a podcast, but I don't know what the fuck's the deal with like podcasting for fucking Chile.
Oh,
but
right. Yeah, he may, if he puts up a podcast, they may come after him. So
it was bad enough I'm pissing off people here. I don't need fucking international.
Oh, now you have 3 people after you. Great.
I know, but I like Chile. I mean, I don't.
Do you like Chile the food, or do you like Chile the country?
I don't have anything against Chile, the country. So I guess Paul, if you want to.
I'll
find you and your stuff.
I'll give Darrell the floor to just plug his stuff.
Okay, if you want to find me, you can find me at ukami_samurai7 at twitter.com, or you can tumble with me on Tumblr at ukamisamurai7.tumblr.com, or if you want to cuss me out for this podcast and just tell me your true disdain, you can contact me at darrellmaddox@tsunamifaithful.com.
Oh, by the way, Chris, make sure you get this podcast out on time, because his mother might beat him.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay.
And seriously, people, okay, just it's OOKAMI_Samurai75. I only bring that up because you're fucking funny. It's a funny fucking Twitter. It's definitely worth following, people. OOKAMI_Samurai75. Oh no, I'm sorry. Samurai 17. I'm sorry.
No, 74. No, it's 75. Yeah, it's 75.
Oh, it's kind of funny because me and Darrell every single day get in a fight. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
We really need to get fucking paid for that shit.
No, Darrell is fucking funny. It's worth the follow on Twitter. It keeps me fucking entertained. So
on to me.
Yes.
This piece of shit.
That's what she said.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Anyways, you can find me at Paul Pascrillo. My last name is spelled PESCRILLO. Fuck you, Darrell. You can also find me on Tumblr, Paul Pascrillo, at paulpascrillo.tumblr.com. You can find me, obviously, on the Toonami Faithful podcast pretty much every week, unless nobody wants me on it. And you can find this fool named Darrell on that show, too, sometimes, when I allow him on.
Whatever, bitch. You love me. You stole me from another podcast, so we can go there with that bullshit.
I don't want to talk about that here. Anyways, the other things that I want to plug, obviously, You didn't
I
hear.
want to plug Shermie Lee.
Oh God. Anyways, that's what she said. Anyways, so we have an album. The big announcement is we have our new album, Nerdcore Absolution, coming out. It's Nerdcore Absolution Volume 2. Pre-sale goes on sale this Friday, actually October 4th. So it's if you want to get your own copy, you want to buy it ahead of time. It'll be on sale October 4th. The actual sale, it will go on sale if you don't want it for pre-sale. November 1st. We have different nerdcore artists out there: Sky Blue, Mr. Wilson, Kadesh Flow, Mike, Flywalker. Yoku just got added to the list. What's his say his last name, Darrell?
Yoku Masaki.
Okay, good. I don't want to screw that up and have him come kill me.
He'll kick your ass again.
Probably. And also Alpha Riff, which he's actually really good at rapper as well. So we have a lot of you guys. It's going to be a 10-track CD. Any other tracks that are added will be out on November 1st. So for the $10 that you have to pay for pre-sale, that'll be for 10 tracks. Any other additional tracks will be on sale starting on November 1st. So that's the way it's going to work. It should also be available on iTunes, where this is going to be our first experiment with using it's called TuneCore. So hopefully, as long as everything works, it'll also be available on iTunes, so you guys can easily purchase these songs.
Trust me, people, you will not be disappointed. If you heard Nerdcore Absolution or Nerdcore Absolution, the Continuum, you will not be disappointed. It's just a good sound. Eargasm, to be honest with you. It's like ear crack.
Yeah, and I've been seriously, like, sometimes, because, you know, when I talk to Paul on Skype or whatever, and not that I've heard the whole tracks, not that he's leaking it to me or anything like that, but, you know, sometimes Paul will have it playing in the background, and it's good shit. It really is. I mean, I guess maybe shit probably not the right word I should use. It's good stuff.
It's okay. I like to leak on Paul's shoes sometimes.
Hey. Clean that shit up. Clean that fucking shit up.
After one too many Remy Martins.
Oh, after one too many bottles of booze.
There's no such thing as one too many.
Ain't never such thing. Just
so
barely.
remember geekyinc.com. Go there. We have a ton of shit coming out, including some stuff from New York Comic Con, so stay tuned for that.
Just spell it out for just so.
It's GeeKeinc.com. Go there. We have a ton of anime reviews. We have a ton of Nerdcore Artists of the Month, which we should have one. We'll probably have one for November. I just didn't want to do it. I'm thinking that we're not going to do it October because of us trying to promote this CD, and I don't want to just be like, oh, let me try to promote this artist. Oh wait, I'm not promoting you.
Yeah, basically it's kind of outshining the artist at that point.
Yeah, so we're not going to do it probably for October. But anyways, obviously ToonamiFaithful.com, also the #1 fan source for Toonami on Adult Swim. Make sure you guys go there. We have ratings, we have rating comparison, we have the promos every week. We're also starting this new thing called Old School Friday. For those of you that used to watch it back in the day when I was on Cartoon Network, I'm putting up promos and stories about those promos. So make sure you guys check out this website. It's becoming really big. So.
And if you listen to the most recent episode, you can hear the totally fuckable Shermie Lee.
Oh my God.
She has a cute fucking voice, man. I was popping half a fucking chub just listening to that episode.
Oh God.
But see, I can say that on my show. I respect her on your show. I kept my mouth shut, but oh my God, she is a hot little fucking.
If she ever finds this, she's gonna like sit there and be like, "I'm not letting Chris."
But it doesn't reflect the opinions or the whatever of
The opinion
does not.
podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We love
totally
Cheer.
just Two Strangers One podcast.
Which, by the way, it's kind of funny because I work for you and then you work for me.
for us.
How does this work?
You work for me. It's all part of the inbred fucking.
By the way, if you listen to the end of this latest podcast, if you listen to the end of the Toonami Faithful podcast, you will hear Chris break the fourth wall, so to speak.
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall, pure genius.
See,
Anyway.
so even when I'm not on the show officially, I kind of I make my mark go.
All right, but that's all I really wanted to say. So.
All right, so we certainly hope you guys enjoyed listening and had as much fun as we did recording. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Darrell.
Don't be a stranger.
Peace. We're out.
Howdy!
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double
it?
Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne smells good to me.
But
Look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking, are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea,
Yeah, it
man.
is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonePodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.